Alright. So, back to Sunday Princess. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, everybody. We got Gwen. Gwen's here.
Hi, I'm Gwen.
And May. May says hi. Then there's Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
You have an awesome little samurai bun. It's cool. Don't be chopping my people up. Unless you really want to.
I do have a katana.
No, this is making things more dangerous now. Why would you say that, Jonathan? Anyway. I don't know where I put my damn screen. I had one. And it looked cool. But we are back in the game. We were trapped in cages last time. You guys had gone into town. Your little friend had flown off to go save some of the people. One of you were like, I will save the person as well if you give me some gold, damn you. Lots of things happened. Someone fell in the hole. Lots of things to do going in and out of the hole. Lots of times.
Yes.
Lots of times back in the hole and out of the hole. Finally, we decided to go in the hole and stay in the hole. And did not have protection. So, we found an interesting little icon dealy thingy at the bottom of the tunnel. Went inside to explore a bit and almost had cages dropped on us, which was fun. At least for me. I like dropping cages on you guys.
No.
Well, you were supposed to be lifted up back up into the air and start dancing, so my sweet awesome rave party in the medieval times, but like you guys like got out and it made me sad. Then you found a little boy whose name right now is Jeremiah because I forgot where his name is in this book. It's Braylon, because Braylon's a cute name. But his name is Braylon. You found him, talked to him a little bit. He kind of revealed some things about what's going on down here. But then Sukiya started yelling at him because Sukiya is being a dick.
I didn't yell at. It was Jack that yelled at him. He
Nah.
ran away. That was me.
He didn't like your face.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was very mean of him, actually. But he ran away as there was noises in the other room. And the door slowly creaked open, revealing a light and some voices from the other side. So, we will get into this. I believe all of you started to make your... All of you last time made your stealth checks. The last time being the one that I didn't record because I'm really bad at this. But yeah. You guys see the stony door slowly start to creak open. A light enters the room along with a single torch. You hear a familiar voice of a very gruff voice kind of coming through the room. I caught them in the cages. I didn't recognize where they're coming from. I've never seen them before. There was a skeleton. You hear another voice kind of come through, kind of a little bit more higher pitched. You would assume to be coming from a smaller-ish man / race / something. Well, it's a good thing you caught them in the cages in time. He would have been so upset. The ritual tonight would have been interrupted. And they make their way into the room around you guys. And you see the largest person, the orc, walk up to the wall with all the switches on it. Well, the cages are up. What? I thought you said you caught them. You see the orc man run towards the door and fling it open. He goes, "What? Oh, they're gone! Damn it, Grund! These people were supposed to be in their cages. Now they're off to tell whoever about this place. You imbecile." Augustus, I'm sorry. Don't tell the others, please. Well, we've got to tell somebody about this. Someone has to know. We've got to find these people and deal with them. I have to go get Waylon. I'll be right back. And you see the older man walk out of the room from the direction that they came, and Grund is going to look around and look at the thing that the boy was under. And as he does, he's going to catch sight of Sukiya. But right before then, he's going to say, Braylon, escape! Braylon? And he's going to lean forward to Sukiya.
So he thinks that I'm Braylon?
It's dark in here, very confusing, and you have just replaced where he was, and last time he saw you, you weren't looking like yourself.
I am going to roll a deception and pretend to be Braylon and say that I've been here the entire time and I didn't see anyone else. Like, Grund, I saw you leave. I didn't know what was going on, and you came back with Augustus, and what's going on? And now I will roll. I got a 19 plus 3, 22.
So Grun kind of looks over to you. Oh. Grun looks over to you and he goes, "Why aren't you tied up underneath the... Wait a second. Your voice is too high. Who are you?" And he's going to reach forward and grab you. Give me either an acrobatics or an athletics strength. Athletics roll.
But I'm slightly better at athletics. 17 plus 1.
So as he reaches out for you, you kind of nimbly step over a lot of the stones. And he's going to yell out. He feebly, attempts to try and grab you. He yells out, "Augustus, get Waylon, hurry! And bring the woe people!"
Did he roll a natural 20 against my deception?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Bring who?
So why don't you and I go ahead and roll for initiative, and anyone else who wants to roll for initiative do that as well.
Alright.
Yeah, I would like to as well.
Well, could they get a surprise?
Yeah, can I get a surprise round?
Yes.
I got a 10 for my initiative.
10 total?
Yeah. 9 plus 1.
I got 20.
I got a 13.
What's about?
Listening to Cthulhu and Friends, they roll for like everything, and I'm just like, I'm kind of in that mindset now where I just want to like roll for everything that I do.
Nate, you rolled a 10.
Yes.
Oh, I've got the wrong book open for this.
10 means you die.
Yep, you're dead. You fall down over. Blood starts spilling out from all of your pores.
I go insane.
You go insane. I like that. Yeah, you go insane. You fight your allies.
Fight your allies, go catatonic, fuck a corpse, beautiful.
I'm almost done with season 1. It's really interesting.
It's really, really good.
Yep, I love them. I am on my third or fourth listen through. Almost done with season 1.
I love the fuck count.
I'm going to assume that your dexterity is higher than a 0.
It is a 1. Well, like 1 bonus, 12 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I can do. Alright, so Grund has tried to reach out for you, tried to grab you. Unfortunately, he failed. He's going to yell at Bargustus as he was already going through the door. It seemed like he was already through, so Grund is just kind of yelling at nothing right now. But you're not sure whether or not Bar Augustus did hear. Bar Augustus being the old man from before that Grund was talking to. First in the order is going to be Koro, but since I'm going to say, like you were saying before, surprise round. So I'll have Koro, and then Koro go, then Jack go, and then back at the top, and then I'll have you two go again.
Okay.
So, Koro, I have one quick question for you real quick. Last week, did you ever use your Tides of Chaos?
I think I only cast invisibility, and I think I asked about the Tides of Chaos.
Yeah, so whenever you want to gain advantage or have someone else gain advantage on a attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check, you can use your Tides of Chaos to give them advantage automatically. But that opens up the door of whenever you cast a first level spell, I can have you roll on the magic table, or the wild magic table. You would get your ability back. You would get your Tides of Chaos back, but one of the things on the wild magic table happens, which doesn't always mean a bad thing. It just means a fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really need advantage, and something bad could possibly happen.
Yeah, you say bad, I say fun.
I said possibly bad,
Eh,
but also possibly very fun,
right.
or possibly good.
So,
Or possibly all three.
Yes.
so just want you to keep that in the back of your mind.
I want a unicorn to appear in battle.
Isn't that one of the things?
Yeah, that you control.
Nice.
What do I have to roll?
Right. Well, right now you're just doing a surprise attack, so you're just gonna attack. But if you want advantage, then you can say that you're going to use your Tides of Chaos. Which advantage means you roll 2 die 20, and you take the higher roll for your attack.
So 13. I'm taking roll of 3.
Okay, so you are using the Tides of Chaos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and what are you attacking with?
Did you get that, Cody?
Yeah, I got it. What are you attacking with? Did you have any attack cantrips?
I have Firebolt.
Would do that.
You would do that?
I would do that.
Alright, I'll do Firebolt.
Okay. So a 13. Did you add your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is...
And your proficiency. Put on it.
Yep.
Charisma's +4, and my...
Oh, crap. Yeah, I realized what Thug was. With that, you send a firebolt across the room and do smack Grund kind of in the side of the face. Roll ahead, roll for damage for your firebolt. I do believe it's a D8 or D6.
A D8 and a D6?
Nah, it's one of them. I forget which.
I'll look it up real quick. 1d10.
1d10.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, that's really good for a cantrip.
Nine.
Nice. Okay, so your firebolt kind of screams across the darkened area. None of you have lit any torches recently, so a burst of fire kind of blinds you all for a moment as it screams across, hitting Grund in the side of the face. You can see some of bits of his skin are charred. He grunts as he looks over, as he also looks as a rock appears out of nowhere and slowly gets up to transform into Jack.
So first off, is that door to the other room where the old man went still open?
No, it was closed. By the time Grund was looking around and found where Braylon is now missing, that's when it closed. So whoever Bar Augustus is, he's got a few turns on you.
Okay. Um. Oh, hey. Since you were hidden, Jonathan, you got advantage on your attack without having to use Tides of Chaos.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I guess you didn't use Tides of Chaos then. Damn it.
Too late. No, it's too late.
So yeah, I would like to be shooting at Grund with my short bow. And so 18 to hit.
That totally hits.
Oh yeah. I get my dex bonus on the damage, right?
Yeah, just the dex though.
Yep. That'll be 12 damage.
Ooh. So as Grun tries to block the firebolt, obviously missing, he reaches up to his face and you hit him right in the bicep. He grunts and he looks towards Sukiya, kind of growling yet again. We go back at the top of the order. We go back to Koro. You are no longer have your surprise round, so you no longer have advantage. But you have gotten the drop on this person. So go ahead and go again.
What is the scroll of which bolt again?
It's what it is. It's a scroll with a spell on it. You can take it out and read what it says, thereby casting the spell and hitting him with it without actually using one of your slots. So it's a first level spell, but you don't have to use a slot, but it does use up the scroll.
I mean,
I want to hold on to that.
yeah, I would say it.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty decent spell. So. So yeah, if you have any more attack spells left to use, then you can use those, or you're going to have to do like basic melee attack.
I don't
You
have
can-
a weapon.
You
should
can
have-
always do Firebolt.
Well, I have a quarterstaff.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
Firebolt, you can use that forever because it's a cantrip.
All right, I will do. I'll throw another firebolt at him.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add your spellcasting, which will be your proficiency plus your charisma.
16, and that's +4 is my bonus.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll for your damage. Again. Yet again, it goes screaming across the empty room and hits him.
It's a 9 again.
Are you adding your spell attack modifier?
Which is the +4.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Don't... What did you roll? It's only the roll for those cantrips.
Okay, 9.
Oh, okay.
So you rolled a straight 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see Grund kind of, as he's flexing to block the get the arrow in the side, he also gets that firebolt lower down on his leg, and he straight drops to like one knee as Jack, it's your turn.
Alright. So I forgot that I have Assassinate because I'm level 3, so I have advantage on any creature who hasn't taken a turn yet.
Oh, and you should have got a crit whenever you surprised him too.
And any hit against him is a crit. So rolls. I got a 13 last time. I got a 12 for that. So that's a 19 to hit. So I'll assume so. Are you doing crits as the regular roll your damage twice?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. 8 plus 4, so 12 again. I rolled shitty this time.
You kind of Grund kind of takes one right in his side, and he goes all the way down, lands on both knees, and just lands face first on the cold stone floor.
I'm gonna go retrieve my arrows.
Okay. You retrieve only half of them, so you only get one.
Damn it. And then I'm gonna search him, see if he has anything cool on him.
Not really. The only thing he has on him is his leather plate, leather plate. He's got a mace. He's got a large crossbow, and he probably has 6 silver.
Alright, I'm gonna pocket the 6 silver.
Alrighty.
And, what was that?
That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, we still got some more people to go find.
Yeah, we gotta find this Bear Justice dude.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. This Grund guy, he called out to somebody. We need to go make sure they aren't getting a whole boatload of people together.
Yeah, it was that old man he was talking to. He went through this door, so we should run after him.
I agree. We all agree, so we do it.
Yep.
Alright, give me 1 second.
I'm gonna be sneaky when I do this.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Am
yours.
I still invisible though?
No, you canceled it earlier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anytime you get attacked or you make an action, it is no longer in effect. I mean, that's up to Cody, though.
As long as you're still concentrating on it.
Yeah.
Am I able to... Would anyone be opposed to me doing disguise self and turning into Grunt to get information from the old man if I find him? Or if we find him?
Does that have a size limit? I feel like Grunt's probably a lot bigger than you.
I think you should be able to change within like a foot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like same size class or something.
And as long as you can deceive somebody enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Go ahead and do that.
Alright, I'll cast disguise self on myself to look like Grunt.
Okay, make sure you're using up your spell slots on those.
Make sure you were using your spell slots.
Huh.
I will take lead and make my way to the door at the other end of the room.
I'm gonna be like, hey, shouldn't Mr. Grund over here take lead?
Oh, yeah. Probably. Good looking out, Jack. I'm gonna roll my stealth check.
Oh yeah, mine was a 31.
Okay, well, Koro probably shouldn't roll stealth because he's Grund, but the two of us will kind of trail behind and roll stealth.
I would say he would have to roll deception.
Yeah. So I got 16 plus 11, so 27.
And I don't know if you got mine, but it was a 31.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Grund, go ahead and roll me a deception check if you would, please.
Got 16 plus my spell. What is my charisma, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be your
It'll be your-
deception.
No, my deception, which is +4.
Okay.
are,
So it's
are you
20.
are you proficient in it?
In deception, yeah, +4.
Okay.
If you're proficient into it, you should have a bonus of 2 on top of that. Because you said your charisma bonus is a flow of 4, correct?
Yes.
So it'll
And
be,
I have
if you have proficiency, it'll be your charisma bonus plus your proficiency bonus, which would be a 2. So go ahead and just make that a 6 on your character sheet next to deception.
+6.
Yep. I'll put this over here because I'll actually need it. Alright.
That puts me at 20.
So Mr. Grund goes through the door to the next room, wherever Bar Augustus went. As you open the door, you see a chamber about 50 foot across and 50 foot wide. It's hewn out of the actual rock, the same rock that's made in the rest of this part of the cavern. The floor is a rough but flat. The walls show chisel marks of the original dwarven builders, and the ceiling is about 10 feet high. Identical stone doors and iron pull rings with handles stand on the middle of the east, north, and west walls. The east wall you have just came from. In the center of the room is a life-sized and lifelike statue of a dwarf warrior wearing a chain shirt, helmet, and boots. He carries a shield on his left arm and a battle axe in his right hand. The statue has clearly been broken into, roughly, and the head and upper torso have been slightly broken. These pieces have been reassembled and held together with upright and stout wooden frame. A dagger along with several coins and gems and are on the floor in front of the statue, surrounded by a ring of fine gravel.
I'll roll I almost said spot a perception on the room, see if I can pick up anything else important.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, not good. I got an 11. Total 6 plus 5.
So as you kind of look around the room, there doesn't seem to be much else in this room. In the last room, there was a bunch of stones kind of littering the floor. But in this room, it seems rather clean. A lot of the floor has been either swept away. It seems like whoever is keeping up this room is keeping it fairly nice, comparatively to the last room. Other than the stone dwarven statue, there isn't much else in the room. There's like a few like stools. There's like a small table with a deck of playing cards. But other than that, there's not much else. Other than this statue and a few odds and ends.
I want to go up to the ring of gravel with the coins and dagger inside and roll and investigate just to make sure there are no traps or anything on there.
Okay.
That is a 16 total.
Now, there is a ring around the statue itself, probably about 5 feet in radius around it. Are you going to go over this ring of gravel, or are you going to stay back?
No, I'd be checking out the gravel first. I thought the ring was like right around just the off ring or whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's around the entire statue itself. As you kind of approach the gravel and you look at it, you kind of get your hands and knees. kind of looking at the gravel. It just seems like regular dirt someone has sprinkled out.
Perfect. I'm going to go across it and go grab the coins and gems.
Then you're gonna die.
Fair enough.
As you step across the gravel, some of it floats away in the wind.
Bye, gravel.
Bye, gravel. So you go over to the random stuff on the ground. You see that there is, from what your expert opinion on counting money really quickly, there is a ton of copper, a bunch of silver, and quite a few gold pieces. There's also some small green gems, along with some what looks to be polished moonstones. There's also a dagger here that is still covered with blood.
Aside from the blood, does the dagger look special in any way?
It just kind of looks like a dagger. You're not really sure what a special dagger would look like. It's got a few runes on it. But one of the ones that kind of stick out to you is where is it? Yeah, there's a few runes on it. You really can't make sense of what they are. One of them kind of looks like the symbol that you were founding on the doors, but that's about it.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket all the gold.
Before you do that, I mean, because we're watching you do this, I'm gonna interject and say, don't you think we should maybe share some of that between us?
No.
No. No, what? Once you say that, I'm actually gonna... I'll share, but I'll try and pocket, like a couple more gold pieces.
Alright, well, if you're gonna do that, then I'm going to roll... Would I roll, like, a perception to see if she's actually giving us an equal amount, or not?
Are you... Alright, first off, are you giving them an equal amount?
No.
Okay.
I'm using sleight of hand to pocket a couple
Then go ahead.
pieces.
Go ahead, give me a perception check to catch her then.
I got a 10 plus 5,
Kim.
15.
I got an 8 total.
So clearly Jack is kind of stuffing a bit more into his own pockets.
Alright, then I will, I guess I'll roll persuasion and just ask again, like, are you sure you're giving us all that you should? And I got 11 plus 3, 14.
I will, since you caught me with that, I'm just gonna go like, oh, oops, I must have not counted right, with my deception. And that is a 14 deception. God, I've been rolling under 10 this whole time.
You've been believing. What was your persuasion?
So,
Yeah.
I got 11, so I believe her.
Yeah, it's not really the persuasion is definitely not a believe roll, but we're kind of like active conversation, like you saying this, and then Jack kind of responding in that way. You're just like, yeah, oh yeah, you must have just miscounted it. You're trying to be amiable, but so if you do split it between all of you, this might take some time. You're going to split between each other right now, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take the dagger though, if that's okay with everyone.
I think we should look at it first.
Yeah, roll like a history or a religion on it.
I've got researchers to do that.
So whenever you, Jack, Sukiya and Jack, you start kind of counting the money, splitting it up, making sure there was enough for everyone. Go ahead and here, I will actually calculate it for you. Oh, divided by. All right, so there is 146 gold or 146 copper pieces
That's like
for each of.
146 gold. That's great.
Yeah, no. 146 copper pieces for each of you.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot for each.
80.
100 copper, a
What?
silver, right? It's
100.
like 100.
Yeah, 100 copper is silver, 100 silver gold. I think it's 100 gold of platinum, but there's also 84 silver for each of you. And 32 gold for each of you.
Oh, nice.
There,
You mentioned like gems and stuff too. Right?
yeah, there are also 2 small green agates for each of you. So 2 small green gems. And then I'm not sure how you guys want to divvy this out, but there are there are 2 polished moonstones, which anyone giving me an investigation check would know how much those are about.
Yeah.
I got a 13 plus 1, 14.
15 plus 2 is 17.
Tsukiya, you believe that these are probably worth about between 75 to 100 gold. Jack, you kind of realize that, market price values and everything else like that, these actually might only run for about 50 gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'll let you have it for 50 gold. Have my piece.
I mean, there's 2 of them. So, Cora, do you mind if I have one?
No, you both can keep them. I'm a prince,
Oh.
so I don't really
Right.
need to worry
Okay.
about too
Cool.
much of that.
I don't need money, peasants. So Koro bends down to pick up the dagger and ask if he can have it? Question mark.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine, Coro, but I feel like we should probably check it out a little more before you just grab it.
Me and Sukiya are agreeing on a lot of shit right now.
All right. Then I will roll a perception check to try to understand the dagger a little bit more before I grab it.
Go ahead and give me not a perception, but an investigation.
Okay, investigation was up to 2 for me. And I rolled a 19, so 21.
Okay. So looking on the blade, it clearly looks like someone's been using it recently. It's still got the blood on it of someone else. You see symbols carved out along the hilt of it. After a while of kind of studying it, you realize that this is from a language that you know, but it's a very ancient language.
Draconic?
I'm going to say yes.
Alright.
I know
I
that-
do. I have Draconic, Sylvan, and Elvish.
Sylvan. It's in Sylvan.
Okay, it's Sylvan.
Because that sounds more appropriate. Alright. So, looking upon it, it does look like it is named. It is actually a named dagger named Rezyur.
How do you spell that?
Rezur.
I definitely feel like it's going to be important for something.
Yeah.
So, so I have a
One
question. You picked up this dagger. You kind of like start examining it, studying it. Do you tell everyone else about what you have found?
What exactly, other than knowing its name, do I know about it?
With that check, also you realize that when you picked it up from of course, the hilt, but you let it drag upon the ground just ever so slightly. And usually, if you drag something metal against stone, it kind of makes that like kind of scratching noise. You realize that it didn't make that noise. It was completely silent as you picked it up, and even as you kind of like toss it in your hands, it doesn't really make a distinct sound. It's very muffled.
Oh, are you gonna share the name for this, Coro?
Do Yeah, I'm a trusting guy. I'll tell you guys everything I know.
Okay.
Everything?
When he tells us the name of the dagger, I'm gonna roll a history check to see if I've ever heard of this dagger before, and I got a 16 plus 1, 17.
So you're kind of explaining, dagger looks, normal, relatively normal. It's obviously got some blood on it, so someone was using it for killing recently, and you look at the dagger a little bit, and you go, oh, its name is Regier, and as you say it, the blade starts to glow, and a faint light kind of shines off of it within a 10-foot radius. You're just like, oh, well, that's weird. Tsukiya, going over to you, you realize that, do you have the language, Sylvan?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't have Sylvan.
For the most part, you realize that this may not be something in the annals of history, but may be related to Drow in some way. You realize there's a few kind of reasons why this would be. Drow being kind of the antithesis of what dwarves are supposed to be underground, a lot of the fighting. But you also believe that because of the way it lit up, it could also be used against other Drow in order to blind them briefly.
Okay. I share that information.
Does the name mean anything in Undercommon? Because I do have that.
No.
Okay.
What does the name mean then in Sylvan?
There's no direct translation. It's just a name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. After Coro takes a dagger and we get all that information, I turn to Jack and Coro and say, like, well, it doesn't really seem like there's anything left in this room. Do you guys want to proceed through the next door?
Which door do we want to go through? West or north?
North, I'm gonna say.
Alright, Grund. Let's go.
Do you, since we kind of like broke formation and we're doing all this, do you want us to reroll stealth?
If you would, please, yeah.
Okay. And Jonathan, how long does your spell last?
Should be an
I believe
hour.
an hour.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
Okay.
I got a 25.
14. So.
You do not have to roll your deception check.
Oh yeah, because I'm.
As long as you're concentrating on it, you're good. As long as you want to stay kind of like that. So you guys look around the room. Nothing else seems of interest in here, and you want to go after Bar Augustus, the guy who ran off before. So you start heading north. This goes into a very long tunnel. Still very similar to the stonework that you had before in the last room. It gets to a certain point at the end of the hallway and turns ever so slightly into more of a cavern again, more back to dirt walls for a brief instant until you reach a room in which there seems to be a floating big black rock in the middle of the room, about a foot across and about hovering 3 feet above the floor. The stone itself is about a foot, like 2 feet wide by like 5 feet tall, and it just seems to be sitting here floating. The room is very similar to the rooms that you guys encountered before, but right before then, it seemed to be the cavern kind of took over with its dirt walls. There's also an exit to the east.
Before we do anything, I want to say that any doors that we've gone through that have been closed, I've closed behind us.
Okay.
Good move, Jack.
Jack knows how to sneak. And I'd prefer to say that for this whole cave, if that's alright, or do you want me to say it for every door we go through?
That's fine. I'll keep it in mind.
Okay.
Closing doors behind us.
I guess I mean, clearly unnatural, so rolling a nature check probably wouldn't give me any information about this rock, right?
It would give you information about the rock, not why it's floating. It'd be like, that rock kind of looks like one from this region, and it's really nice.
It's a sedimentary rock.
Yeah.
It's an igneous rock.
I roll a religion check. Would that give me any information?
I want to.
You
roll
can
an
try.
Arcana check
You can try
on
anything.
the rock.
All right,
So you're
I'll
doing
let
Arcana.
Jack do your thing.
Okay. I don't know if anyone else wants to do Arcana. I only have a +2.
I have a +1. I can try, but
I have a +4. I'll do an Arcana.
Okay. I got a 15 total for mine.
I got a 15 total too.
I got a 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Let's see here. All right. So we had 2 Arcana checks and 1 religion check. So as for your religion check, you kind of think to yourself, what god would do this? And you could think of like some gods that would like make a stone float, maybe just for like the hell of it, for the fun of it. But you really can't think of who. A lot of the people that pop up in your mind are dwarven gods that have to deal more with stone rather than why they're actually flying.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, you're kind of dumbfounded. Like, what if a god or some sort of religious cult would be kind of doing this? You're not really sure why. You think about the area, and you remember from long ago there used to be several different cults that would worship aspects of nature, like air, wind, or like air, water, or earth, and like you think the Earth guys are not harsh. No, Captain Planet, no. You think one of them might have done it, but you're not really sure because it's like the air people would have done it because they liked things to float, but then like the Earth people don't want that because they want it on the ground. As for your Arcana checks, Jack, you kind of get the feeling that like this is probably some ancient magic that the dwarves have done.
Fucking dwarves.
Exactly. You kind of get the fact that it's like, well, it's probably just either the rock is propelling itself to go above the surface of the earth and it's floating in the middle because it's underneath like the earth, so underneath ground, so it's like repelling from both sides. Or it could be like maybe the ground is doing something to push it up. You're not really sure. Koro, you're like, oh, I know what this is. This is definitely some ancient magic shit. Dwarves definitely did this because they're crazy motherfuckers. But you realize that it's not the rock itself that's doing it. It's the area on the ground around where the rock is, or right directly below it. If you were to walk into it, you would also be floating.
Why?
Because ancient magics.
Are you keeping this to yourself, or are you letting us know?
No, I'll fill in your gap.
Okay. I'm going to go up to the rock, look at it closely,
So
or before, like, once I feel my foot start to float, I would stop if I can't get that close to the rock.
So you try to get closer to the rock. Like you probably about maybe 3 to 4 feet away from it, and your foot immediately starts floating. You like try to
Damn it.
place it on the ground, and it stops.
Stupid.
Koro, as you're kind of thinking about this, you start to realize this would be really good in excavations, as if like they wanted to get stones quickly out of the area. They could cast this spell, put it in this little thing, and throw it upwards, making a makeshift elevator, and people at the top could actually take the stones or gems out instead of using like a shit ton of mine carts or something. But this was maybe just for a very simple, a very quick and easy way of doing this.
So is there a ceiling above the stone then?
Yes, there is ceiling above the stone, though.
Can I throw a ball bearing at the rock? I
Yeah.
have 1,000.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So you take a ball bearing out of your little pack and you chuck it. Go ahead and make me an attack.
All right.
Just the attack roll itself. I want to see if you actually can hit it.
The actual roll is 7. If you want my dex, that'd be an 11.
7, 11. Okay. So you do manage to hit it. It's just it's not even really moving. It's floating, kind of barely turning. And as you throw the ball bearing, it flies through the sky, and you can notice that the exact time where it hits this little pillar of anti-gravity, and it's still turning and it's still going the same speed, but you notice like a weird shine to it as it stops spinning, and it flies towards the rock and barely hits it and pings off and falls outside of the cylinder, and the other rock on the other side slowly starts to go towards the other side of the anti-gravity cylinder.
Yes. Just what I wanted.
And if no one does anything, it's slowly going to fall out the other side and slam onto the ground with a resounding crash.
What have you done?
You guys have a bunch of time. Do they have, like, what, 30 seconds probably before it crashes out?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I am going to go over to the other side and, first of all, cast Shillelagh on my staff and then try to even it out. Because I have a 0 strength, so I'm going to use my staff.
So you run to the other side, you take up your staff, you cast something on it so you know that you'd be able to hit it. You kind of like wind up like a baseball player and you smack it.
I'm going to kind of just like hold my staff up and just kind of like put a stop to it.
Aww. Okay.
Damn it.
You hold your staff up to it and you put your staff within the cylinder and your hands start to feel kind of fuzzy as you block it from going this direction anymore. It slowly starts to come to a halt and sits there, kind of no longer in the center of the circle, or the center of the cylinder, and floats.
kind of want to get out of this room because I don't. I don't think there's anything else here for us besides fucking things up. So can we move on?
We could go east, or we can go back to the other room and go out the other door.
I want to go east.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Do you mean west? Okay,
Yeah.
no, I did mess this up because earlier you guys came from west. Now you're kind of going. You came from west and now you're going west.
Is there any incline?
No.
Nope, it's all flat.
Yep.
One second. Eliza Mira had a good point on Twitch chat. If I walk into the ring of floaty thing, does this ancient magic override my weird magic holding my bones together? So like my toe bones would start to float up when I started to walk in.
No.
Okay. So I would stay together as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
skeleton.
That is a good point, but I think I think it doesn't affect any other types of magic. It just your magic keeps you kind of assembled in a way, especially since you're
Okay.
homebrewed.
Yes.
Anyway, so you guys are going to head west. Not back the way you came. Okay. So, as we kind of go west, we're going to go ahead and roll. Again, I want some stealth checks.
Sure.
Oh, yep.
And it's about time that one of us is going to do pretty bad because we've been doing really well. So. Oh, I got another nat 20.
About time. Nat 1.
Oh.
Nat 1, the
Awesome.
only roll that could be bad for me. 2
Awesome.
and above, I get 20.
Yeah.
So again, as soon as you exit this room, the cavern takes over yet again, and there is dirt. The hell is that? Oh, there. The cavern kind of takes over again, and there is dirt on the walls. What were your checks again? I know there was a 1.
And I got a nat 20, so 31 total.
31. I'm guessing the 1 means you got 4 or 5.
19 total.
19. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Well, I mean, this is going to be really bad, or this is weird. But as you kind of go into this room, oh God. The cavern starts to take back over again with the dirt. The walls are no longer made of the stone. You reach a bend in the path. Jack, as you go up to the wall to peek around it, you kind of hit a stone. And you see in the other room... Let's see here. Oh, that was really good. You see that the tunnel opens out into a square room that reeks of decaying flesh. There are 3 human corpses, reduced to little more than bloody bone and sinew, are on the floor. There are 2 oversized rats that kind of start rooting along the bodies and stop to chew the flesh that they've pulled free. You can hear more scuttling noises coming from elsewhere within the cavern. This room is not made of the stone as before. It is back to a regular dirt. So you see cracks and crevices along the wall. The 2 rats kind of stop, look up, and start looking around very cautiously.
I don't like to make things worse, but I like to make things more fun. With my nat 1, can I go, holy fucking shit, you guys, giant rats?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it sucks, but... Yeah.
Alrighty. So as soon as you say this, the rats immediately perk up, and they start looking down the cave towards where you guys are at. Where are they? What? Why is there a giant bat, but there's no giant rat? What the hell?
There is a giant rat.
I know, but it's not in this one.
Just do the bat without wings.
I feel like no. No. It's in the handbook probably. But you see the rats kind of be alert, and they start looking towards where you guys are, and they start coming towards you. Bum bum bum.
It's page 328 of the monster manual.
What? I just looked in it.
I like how I shouldn't be looking at this because
Oh, there goes my headset.
player knowledge and character knowledge.
I know I didn't specify before, but I'm assuming that you would have it that I picked up Grund's weapons too, so I could still portray him. Correct?
Okay. Yeah. That
Okay.
we can retroactively say that.
All right. So
You have a mace. I don't think you have proficiency with a mace and a shield.
no.
Or no, you
But
don't
you
have a
could
shield.
still
You have a heavy
roll.
crossbow.
Yeah, you could still cast spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just can't. I mean, you can use it, but you have to get at it.
Alrighty. So why don't we go ahead and give me some initiative rolls.
I blame Nate for all of this. He's the one who jinxed us by saying we were gonna get some bad rolls.
Oh shit.
True. But I thought it was going to be me. It was like, no matter what you roll, it's still going to be good. And then you got a 1.
Yep.
And I got 2 nat 20s in a row, and I wasted all my good rolls.
Yeah. Give me 1 second before you throw numbers at me.
32, 77, 85.
God, stop it! Damn it, Gwen! I will have you underneath a rope or something.
By Nate, I rolled 2 nat 22, but I really don't want to act first.
Huh.
Oh, you got one for initiative?
Okay, I am ready for these things.
I got a total of 8.
Total of 8. That doesn't seem.
I got
rolled a 4.
What'd you get, Nate?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Wow, Coro. You said you got a nat 20, so does that mean you just got a 20?
What do I add to that?
Your dexterity modifier.
Yep, just a 20.
Just a 20. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to go first, you can always hold your action until whenever you want to go.
You can delay.
But once you, like, if you delayed to right after Nate, you would always go after Nate.
You could always, though. You can ready an action.
Yeah.
That's always a thing too, and that doesn't do that.
Yep.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
first is Koro. What?
Guess I will ready a firebolt, but hold off.
All right, so you're gonna ready a firebolt until what? Usually, whenever you ready an action like that, there is a certain trigger. It's like if they get closer, if they start moving towards you, if like a certain one starts moving towards you.
Yeah, if one of them starts moving towards me.
Okay, so. All right, I'm going to say Jack. You guys are still kind of at that bend in the curve, so Jack will still be at the corner. And if you see one of these giant rats, you will unleash your firebolt. So Koro has taken his turn. Giant rat number 4, one that you haven't seen, Jack, comes out around the corner and starts skittering down, kind of down the hallway, the passageway, you see its face, its maw, just kind of covered in this, like, between drool and blood. Starts coming towards you, and comes around the corner as soon as it can. And Koro, you see it, so go ahead and roll me a firebolt attack.
12 plus 4.
That is most definitely a hit. So go ahead and roll for your damage on that one. And it'll be whatever is on the dice.
10.
Nice. That's a good hit. So the giant rat comes around the corner and gets smacked in the face for 10 damage. And immediately is kind of taken out of its misery. One of the rats that you did see initially, Jack, does kind of turn towards you with a piece of meat in its mouth. It kind of lets it roll out of its mouth as it crawls towards you. Again, same thing, blood across its maw, drool. It also has bits of clothing kind of on its body. Let me close a few things. Close that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay. And it comes up to you and tries to attack. Does a 19 hit you?
A 19 will hit me.
Good, because it bites you, pierces your bone for 6 damage. It grabs a hold of your legs and starts shaking it. Another rat is going to start running down the hallway and do the same thing to you. Only this time with advantage. Ooh, unfortunately. I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit you?
Nope. Sorry, other rat.
That other rat kind of next to his friend kind of comes down, tries to make a swing at you, but the other giant rat's batting it away. You see another one come out from the side of the wall. It jumps out and stares at you with its beady eyes, runs towards you, and tries to attack you for a 12.
That will not hit.
Okay. Again, this one giant rat that has a hold of your leg is just sort of beating the others away as they are trying to gnaw at you. Next is Sukiya.
Okay, I will use a bonus action to recast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff, and then I will attack the rat that is 9 on Jack's leg.
Okay. Roll to hit.
13 plus 3, 16.
With the magic of the woods, you're bringing your mighty quarterstaff down upon its face. Take that, you vile beast.
It's a 1d8, right? Pretty sure.
I believe so. If it's Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Shillelagh.
These rats need to get the fuck off of me.
What'd you say you got?
8.
8. You bring your mighty quarterstaff down upon its face, killing it instantly,
Yeah.
bludgeoning it in its pitiful little face. Next is Jack. Jack, the one that was attached to you is no longer attached to you.
I am going to draw my rapier. Be like, yeah, fuck away from me, and poke at one of the rats. Whichever is closest.
They're both equally close to you. Do you want the one that was eating one of the bodies, or the one that jumped out of the wall?
Jumped out of the wall because I don't want my rapier to get dirty.
Okay.
Bastard. It'll get dirty. Alright. That is a 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And since Sukiya just attacked the other rat with the melee, he's within 5 feet, right?
I'll say yes.
Perfect. That will be 13 damage.
You skewer this other rat through. Take that, you vile beast.
Fuck you, rat.
Fuck you, rat, indeed. That rat goes limp almost immediately on the tip of your blade. Back to Koro. Koro, there is one more rat left in the room. He is wearing a nice dress. It's blue, a little decorated with some nice shiny things. There is definitely some diamonds in there, a little gold trim on the edges. He looks almost fabulous, but this rat's still a dick because it was eating somebody.
I will throw a nice firebolt at that little sexy rat over there in the blue dress. The trim, the fabulousness.
Go ahead and give me a d20 roll.
I got an 11 plus my 4, so that's a 15.
You adventurers and your pluses. That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
6.
So this rat sort of, it gets lit on fire. That dress of his gets lit on fire. It's now burning ever so much. He's going to go ahead and take a swipe at Jack yet again. As a last-ditch effort. Oh, that's a 20.
No.
Jack, you take 7 points of damage. As this rat starts to burn, and as it freaks out, it flails wildly at you, and then it runs down the hallway, illuminating it for just a brief second until the fire goes out eventually, and the rat lays motionless on the floor.
Terrible way to go. All the other ones got the quick, painless deaths and burned alive.
And you slowly burned it alive. How dare you?
I feel no remorse.
A sign of a true adventurer. I feel no remorse for the dead. But all the giant rats are gone! Hooray!
Yay!
You've killed their families.
Oh, and the one's dress got burned up. I was gonna steal it. I want those diamonds.
Why was there a rat wearing a dress in a cave? Someone's a little sick.
No, it was more like a piece of cloth that got draped around it because it was eating one of the bodies.
Oh,
and
no.
yeah. Okay.
So after we kill all the rats, because like this is pretty fucked up. Like obviously people are dumping these bodies down here, but I'm gonna assume that Vargas probably didn't come this way. I don't feel like he's probably hanging air out all these corpses, but I'm sure he knows what's going on here. So we need to find him and get him to talk about what's happening down here.
How much time has passed? How much longer am I going to look like Grund?
I'm going to say you guys probably spent a few, like maybe 2 or 3 minutes in the main room, counting up all the gold. Going to the next room probably took you another like 2 or 3 minutes. Getting here, fighting these rats probably like took you just a few seconds. So maybe about like I'm gonna say about like 6 to 7 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that battle only took 6 seconds, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
The most of your time has either been spent traveling or counting money or examining things.
Does there seem like anything of interest in here that we should examine, like with the bodies?
Are you taking a closer look at the human corpses?
Yeah, I think I should.
I feel like
Yeah.
we should.
I think there's sacrifices. I want to check what kind
Bar
of
justice what's going on. But
Jack's gonna wade on up in there because he doesn't have a nose and can't smell, and he doesn't have any food in his stomach, so he can't barf.
He doesn't give a shit.
Yep.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna go in there, go ahead and give me a... If you're gonna be poking around, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
16 plus 2.
I'm not gonna wade in among the bodies, but because it is dark and we don't have any torches, I mean we do have dark vision, but I'm just gonna use produce flame to kind of cast some light on the room while the other two search.
Okay.
I got a 13 total.
Kuro, what did you get?
18 total.
Okay. Alrighty. So as you guys are kind of looking around the bodies, a lot of these are kind of been... A lot of what they had has now been torn away or decayed. From what it looks like these are either people from the town or people traveling to the town. But it looks like they have definitely been killed, especially since like Jack's kind of keen knowledge of how to kill people, and being a skeleton himself, you recognize like, oh, they got stabbed a bunch of times, and you're like, with a dagger, that's cool, and then you realize, oh, it's probably that dagger that we picked up not too long ago. After looking at the bodies a little bit more, though, Koro kind of asks Sukiya to step forward just a bit as Koro reveals that in the forehead of each of these people has been carved the same symbol that was on the door and on the stone outside in the quarry.
And the dagger as well?
It looked like the dagger has it, but it's a different symbol altogether.
Okay.
So you can tell that all three of these bodies have that symbol kind of etched into their forehead.
I'll let everyone know.
Okay. But for that, I'll also give you that according to like what these dead people are still wearing, they're still wearing their clothing. It doesn't look like they've been looted at all. So they're still kind of wearing traveler's garb. So it definitely looks like they're not from the town. They look like they were traveling wherever they must have been picked up.
I'm a traveler too. Well, kind of. I travel from the graveyard.
Yeah.
You're thinking more merchants and academics rather than half skeleton adventurers and skeleton men.
Yep.
But that is all you get from this chamber. There are still the giant rats in the room. The rest of this room is kind of just covered in dirt and crevices and whatnot.
Blood.
And blood of thine enemies and thine dead compatriots.
Do any of the crevices look big enough, like, to fit my hand into or anything?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna quick poke around, look in them. Do you want an investigation or anything?
Nope. You stick your hand in a few of them. Nothing really happens. One of them, it seems like there's a smaller-ish rat that kind of comes out and bites your finger. You pull it out and you kind of like shake it off. But it's just like a single, very small baby rat, but that's about it.
Okay.
Kill it.
I'm gonna stop it.
It squeaks feebly, "Ee!" and dies.
Alright guys, I think we need to go find Bardessus now.
Alright, let's go back to that one room. With the
Alright.
dwarf statue.
I'm gonna be stealthy again.
Me too.
I'm still Grund, so I'm good.
What is going on? I got another nat 20 on my stealth. That's 3 in a row.
You stop that. Keep noticing. Is it 31 still? Or is it...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
28.
What the hell, Jack? Someone's showing you up.
Sorry. I rolled a nat 10.
Alright. So go ahead and so you guys are walking back. You're obviously being kind of stealthy about it. Go ahead and give me a description how you walk back through, because you still have to go back through the floating door, or the floating rock, and there's the only door that was behind you is the one that goes into the dwarven room. So you make your way back. I was gonna have you in the description, but whatever.
Okay.
What is...
Grund is going first. Well, Cora looking like Grund is going to go
Right. Okay. So as you're traveling down this hallway, you kind of hear some commotion through. There's that stone door up ahead, and as you get closer and closer to it, you hear something on the other side. Just kind of faint voices.
Is this the room with the floating rock still, or the dwarf statue?
This is, you have gone past the floating rock, and now you are back to the dwarf statue.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll do the same, because I got pee. Got pee.
Nate,
I
will
guess
you
while
hand me another
everybody's
beer?
gone, I'll do that.
Will you hand me another beer?
Wrong one.
What'd you do?
I accidentally hung up.
Oh. Thank you, baby.
Everyone left.
Yeah.
Shit. There are two Gwens. What the hell?
Give me the shit pecs all day today. You mad at me? Yeah, you are.
What the hell? Shit packs.
Oh, big yawn. Louis, yawning like a big guy.
Look at the big boy. Mm.
Louis, you're a loaf. Who told you you could be a loaf? You're supposed to be a cat.
When's back?
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's not two of you anymore.
Yeah.
Yay. I
Yay.
accidentally hung up when I tried to turn off the video.
Got you.
All right. I would roll an investigation at the door, but I haven't won an investigation, so I'm not going to do it.
Who is going to go up to the door?
I probably should do it because if they look at and they know who I am, then it won't be a terrible thing. Because then I can just be like,
Well, I want to listen before we open.
My name is Grund. I do things.
Sorry, I was just looking for you right at the corpse pile.
That's our usual spot.
So, you're just going to walk through the door? You're going to listen at the door? You're going to...
I'm gonna listen at the door as well. You got me and Sukiya listening at the door.
Oh, I said I'm not because I haven't won an investigation.
Okay, I'll
it's
listen at the door.
perception.
Oh, perception.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be hiding.
Only one of you can look at the door.
Well, if it's perception, then I'm.
Alright, perception. I've got a 3, and I rolled a 11.
big orcish man pushes you out of the way. Let me do this.
I got a 13 plus 5. I got an 18.
And pushes you out of the way as he puts his big orcish ear to the wall, or to the stone door. Koro, you kind of hear several voices in the room, kind of going in and coming out. You hear, someone's took the. I don't think Grund. Why would you come? Bar Augustus, why didn't you get us right away? And that's all you kind of hear through the door.
Oh shit. We didn't hide Grun's body.
No.
Shit.
So I'm assuming they know Grund is dead then?
Well, if they went into the other room. Then yeah.
Yeah, they didn't specifically say anything
Well, that we know of.
about that. But, well, that we heard. But...
What are you doing?
I'm gonna tell everyone what I heard. Quietly.
I mean, Bar Augustus is in there, and we need to talk to Bar Augustus. So, Grund, you try to go in first. We're gonna hide right behind the door. You go in first. If anything goes wrong, we'll be right behind you.
Okay. I'll open the door.
I'm gonna ready an action and just have my bow drawn in case if things start turning hostile to a point where we would roll initiative, I just want to shoot.
Okay. So Grund, go ahead and... Where is it at? Okay. So, you open the door, and you peer into the room, and you see what looks to be an old man, kind of not really wearing anything in the way of armor, but you see 6 other people who do wear leather armor, and on each of their chests you see it bears the symbol, the same symbol that you guys have seen before. They all kind of turn to you, and Bar Augustus pipes up. He goes, Grund, what? Where are the... Did you go look for the intruders? Where are they? Did they go around?
Them.
Oh, you all by yourself?
It was only a skeleton. It weighed like 5 pounds.
Like 30, thank you very much.
So all...
Or...
So all of them kind of look at each other kind of very confusedly, because Grund only told Bar Augustus about it. Bar Augustus would have given the information out, but they kind of don't believe you. So go ahead and roll a deception check.
God damn it, Bar Augustus.
Plus 6. So a 19.
All right, so they all kind of look at you. Bar Augustus is still like, Grund, are you still on? One of them couldn't have been a skeleton. That's impossible. But you took care of whoever was there. Where's Braylon?
Where did Braylon go? I don't think I have that.
Ran away.
He's just gone.
Yep.
I could not find him.
I love the arm movement as well. I could not find him. All right, Braylon just kind of sighs, put his hands. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I thought Grund had and then they had wait. You yelled out something. You yelled that Braylon was gone, and you were making some other noises before I left. What was that all about?
We were talking about me fighting them.
Yeah.
I had to fight them off.
Okay. Well, do you need any help with the cages? We can reset them for you. One of the other people kind of looks at him, and goes, "No, no, that's not our job. We're supposed to come down here to protect this place. Like this isn't part of our job. We don't reset cages. We don't find little kids. Do you have someone down here or not?" Bar Augustus kind of looks like shrinks back a little bit. Apparently not. Grund, is there anything else we need help with killing anyone?
No, Baragus, I think that we need to talk. You gentlemen be on your way. Ba 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 ba.
So they all kind of look at you awkwardly as they turn back around and go through the eastern door. Bar Augustus walks up to you and goes, "So what happened? You said you fought them off and then you found a skeleton and you fought it off as well? You don't have a scratch on you."
I'm assuming that the gentlemen are now gone, the other guys in the armor.
They're starting to kind of like go out the door. One of them has opened the stone door and like half of them have already gone through it. You hear a lot of them mumbling about like Lakar didn't send us here to deal with this bullshit.
What was that name?
I'm sorry, not Lakar, Larak. Larak. Yeah, Larak.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know. Fancy make-believe pretend name.
It sounds like an asshole is what I mean. Like the guy.
Oh. He might be. He might be.
A douche.
So, Bar Augustus asks you, you don't have a stretch on you. Do you need help resetting the cages? I mean, if you caught them once, we'd have to put the plaster back underneath the cages.
Yes, but I would really like to have a conversation with you first, before we do that.
He raises one eyebrow as you say conversation.
Alright, the men are all gone now. It's just me and Bar Augustus and the door open right behind me.
They're in the next room. Yeah. They're in the next room. The other guys have closed the door, but they are in the next room, yes.
So if he shouts, they'll hear it.
There's a chance.
Alright. I'm going to escort the little old man back into the room with the dwarf statue.
You guys are already in that room.
I thought he was in the other room.
No,
they're all in there. Oh, the room, we haven't actually gone into the room yet?
Yeah, you and Bar Augustus are still in the dwarven room. The rest of the people have left through the eastern door. So you guys are still in the dwarven room. There is also to the west is where the room where Braylon was and where Grund's dead body is. Behind you to the north is the entrance that you guys came from. The entrance you guys just came from.
I guess what I'm trying to say is my end game here is to get Bar Augustus away from those men so that I can, pin him down and me and Jack and Sukiya can question him and get some answers out of him.
Okay. Hopefully Coro can follow my lead here. I am going to pick up a small pebble and throw it further down the hall from where we are, and to try to make a slight noise.
Go ahead, roll a deception check.
Alright. I got a nat 20. What is going on?
I want you to take that dice and I want you to burn it, because you're not supposed to be getting that. Okay.
Burn your phone.
So 20 plus 3, so 23.
So, Grund, you hear a noise but come from behind you. Bar Augustus looks behind you and goes, Did you get them all? Do you need my help? I can go get them again. And he takes a step towards the door, towards the people who have just left.
Nate, do you want those men to come back?
No, that's not what I'm trying to do. You have to.
He looks up at Bar Augustus. Looks up at you expectantly, going, "Do you want me to get the men again? I can go get them real quick. If was there anyone else down there?"
No, I think that we've got this. It's fine. It's nothing. Just follow me this way. And I'm trying to lead him back to where Grunt's actual dead body is.
Not towards the sound.
I guess towards the sound. Let's go inspect it.
Let's go inspect that sound.
Okay, so you turn around and you go back down the way that you guys just came from.
As I see them coming, or I guess probably once Sukiya threw the rock, I'd be moving backwards so I'm not right inside the door.
Okay.
And I'd kind of try and motion for Sukiya to move back too.
Question before we do that. Did the door open in towards the room with the dwarf statue, or did it open out towards the hallway?
It's a sliding door.
It's a sliding door. Damn it. Okay, then yeah, we'll move back.
Okay.
Stealthily, do you want me to roll that?
No, it'll be fine. Bar Augustus kind of like has a torch out. He can't see in the dark. So a lot of the time that he's doing this, he's got this little torch out. He's gonna slowly start walk into this tunnel, but you notice that he's lagging behind ever so slightly. Not that he doesn't trust you. Go ahead and roll me an insight. All of you roll me an insight on Bar Augustus.
9 total.
15 plus insight, 16.
I got a 10 plus 3, 13.
Okay. So, most of you realize that it's not that this guy doesn't believe that Korra's not Grund. It's more the fact that this guy is extremely scared. He's a very elderly man. It doesn't look like he's ready for combat whatsoever. So he's scared about going into this room. The only reason why he's following is because Grund is there as well. Jack, however, you think to yourself for a moment, oh shit, he knows. And you think that Bar Augustus knows that Grund isn't actually Grund. So I'll let you do with that information what you will. And he is not, he is just going through the door right now.
I think I would still be waiting, but as soon as the door is closed, if he closes the door, or possibly another trigger, like as soon as he's kind of far in, I would shoot him.
Okay.
Because I'm still not trying to get those other 6 guys back out here.
So as you kind of go through the door, Grund, Bar Augustus comes behind you and doesn't close the door. Like looks at the door for a second and looks back to you and then starts to kind of rush towards you a little bit, like trying to get next to you. And he goes, are you sure you can handle anything that comes this way?
I've got my mace and my crossbow. I can handle whatever we need. We don't need these other men.
Who is knocking on the door? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Why are people knocking on the door?
Don't know.
Tell me
I was trying to
stop.
I was trying to make the rock like, oh, it's just a rat or something like that. We can go deal with that quickly.
Yeah, I was hoping Korra would just say, oh, it's just a rat. He's probably coming down here.
Right.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think if we didn't have Sukiya here, like if it was just me and Koro, I would have shot, but I'm like, even if this guy turns on Koro and knows already, we already explored everything. It's not like there's an ambush waiting up there.
Yeah.
No one was there. It sounded like a legit knock. but it was probably a cat.
Okay, sorry. I'm derping. Derp. So you guys walk through the door. Bar Augustus does not decide not to close the door. It seems like he needs an escape route. And you guys start walking down the hallway. You get ever so closer to Sukiya and Jack. So
did you say there was a slight bend in that hallway?
there is a slight bend at the very end of the hallway.
Once there, how long's the hallway before the slight bend?
Quite far, actually. Let's see here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 feet. 80 feet between the door and the bend.
So wait,
Yeah.
are we close to the room with the boulder then? The floating boulder?
Yeah, but you guys have just, this is that hallway you guys have just entered, so you guys are probably about 10 feet. I'm going to assume maybe Sukiya and Jack are about like 30 feet into the hallway. So although this is the stone hallway, so there's nowhere else to hide, you guys are just hiding in the darkness. If he had dark vision, he'd be able to see you, but he doesn't.
I
How are you doing, Louis?
I was kind of thinking we'd go further back than 30 feet.
You guys continue. You
More
can
to
continue
the-
to move if you want. Jack, are you going to continue all the way back to the bend? I would need another check.
Alright. Yeah,
Another
I'd
stealth
be
check.
going back to the bend. And once they're about 20 feet from the bend, I would shoot at Bar Augustus. That is 10 plus 8, 25.
25?
Yep.
Alright. Sukiya, are you moving as well?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say I'm pretty much keeping pace with Koro and Bar Augustus about 10 feet beyond where the torch is illuminating.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a check for that then.
Oh, now I do bad when it really counts. I got a 2 plus 11, 14.
Bar Augustus stops for a brief second and grabs Grund's shoulder, and he points into the darkness. Grund, look!
As soon as he grabs Grund's shoulder, I want to shoot.
Oh, no.
All right.
Damn it.
You should have grabbed a hold of him and put your hand over his mouth.
Because, yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty
I
sure
know
he's
he was
attacking
gonna
at this
shoot.
point.
I mean, you should have just done it.
Go.
I want to get him as far away from the men as possible.
There's a shot being fired. Go ahead, roll for hit.
Yes.
Non-lethal.
Advantage, though.
You
You can't do non-lethal with...
you can't do non-lethal with ranged.
Yep.
Oh.
That
You
is
can do non-lethal with anything.
Nope.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, yeah. Alright. This is... Sorry,
Five.
guys. This is a critical.
It's also a sneak attack.
Yep. So that's... 14 damage. Actually, wait. I would only get 1 extra d6 for my sneak attack, and I would roll 2 for my critical, right?
No. With a critical, any dice that you roll, you also roll again.
Oh, I thought it was only your weapon damage that was doubled.
Nope. Even your sneak attack dice is doubled.
Okay, that is 14. 14 damage.
So, Bar Augustus grabs your shoulder and goes, "Look, there's something in the darkness!" And you hear this, and and you turn to look at Bargustus, and he has a bolt. Or you have a bow, right? Yeah, he has an arrow sticking out from one of his eyes. And he has his hand on your shoulder, and he slowly tips back, and he falls on the ground.
Oh,
He's dead.
what have you done?
He's dead.
He did.
Dude is dead.
I wanted information from him. I'm going to run towards Jack angrily. Like, what the hell? Quietly whispering, what the fuck did you just do?
He knew. He knew that you were Koro. He knew you were not Grund.
No, he didn't. I was trying to lure him away from the men so we can get information out of him.
No, he knew. He was acting strange. He put his hand up to your shoulder. I thought he was going to attack.
He didn't have any armor on, and if there was something out there...
Listen, we need to get rid of this body. Help me drag it back to the pit.
I'll be like, I'll help because I created the body.
Okay, so you all kind of drag Bar Augustus back to that old room. There's a bunch of other bodies on the floor. Now you've just added another one to the pile.
I want to kind of, like, put him under other bodies.
Yeah, kind of like mess him up a little bit, like tear his clothes, make him look like he's not fresh.
I'll pull out my dagger and make that symbol in his forehead.
I want to inspect his body, because now we gotta get any information we can from him, even though he's dead. He might have something of importance on him.
So you kind of start messing up his body a little bit. Like ripping his clothes, whatnot. You start ripping his clothes, ripping his body up, doing the little dagger on the forehead. One of you give me a deception check for fucking up his body, and Koro, give me an investigation check.
I rolled a 19 with 2, so a 21.
I got another nat 20.
You can burn that dice. Fuck that dice.
I got a +3.
Nate, you gotta play a lottery.
So, Bar Augustus is looking hella messed up. He's all, it looks like someone's actually bit him, where, like, no one's actually bit him. Sukiya just, like, took their nails and just, like, kind of made bite marks with them. It's really, really good. A little bit too good. You look on Bar Augustus's body. You don't really see anything. You find a symbol on his body on a piece of paper, but that's about it. You find different various tools. You find that he was actually woodworking what looks to be a raven, a wooden raven. He also
Does it
had...
look anything like the silver raven I have in my possession?
Yes, it does. He
I
also...
wanna take-
What's that? He also has 25 copper pieces and 19 silver pieces. He also has a silver wedding band on his finger.
Don't think you should get any of that money since you fucked this up.
I'll split the money between me and Sukiya.
Okay, so
I mean, you guys wouldn't have the money if I didn't kill him, but whatever.
Well, I feel like you just paid for the information that you lost us.
Okay.
Okay, then
I'll
we're
take-
all even.
I'll take
Squared off.
Did you
Can't
get that,
complain anymore.
Jonathan?
So I'm guessing 13 copper for Koro, 12 copper for Sukiya.
No, I said I take 9 silver and he can have the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you taking are you taking his wedding ring?
I was thinking about that. I will take his wedding band.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm actually going to do anything with it, but I'll take it just in case.
All right. Other than that, you guys don't really learn too much else. Next we go to, let's see here. So, you've hidden the body. You have looted the body. We have put the body there. What are you doing now? We still have Koro disguised as Grund. There are these people of woe, these bringers of woe walking around. You still have not gone through the eastern door in this room. You have not gone through the western door in this room. You have not gone through the eastern door in the dwarf statue room. I think that's it.
Wait, there's a western door in this room?
There is a western. There's not a door, but there's a western passage.
Oh, okay. I must have not been paying attention.
I might have not said anything about it. That might have been my bad. So, what are we doing now? We have no more leads. Your only lead is now dead on the floor of this little room.
Who's the ringleader of all of this? The douche dude, Larak.
You only know his name because they said it, and they said that Larak doesn't have us do menial tasks. Larak has us to get things done, basically.
At this point, I mean, I want to get back up on top and talk to that lady because now, I mean, it seems like the elders of the town are being coerced into all of this. So I want to tell her that Bargustus has been killed, not by us, but I mean, we need to figure out what's going on. And I don't feel like continuing down west is going to lead us out. I feel like our best option would be to go east where those guys went, but we might run into them and might have to kill them. So.
Oh, I think our way out is back through where the cages are, but I want to go west.
I mean, but we came down through a hole in the ground. There's no way back up that way.
Yeah, but there are people in the town. They can pull us back up.
Rope. There's a rope there.
We couldn't tie it to anything. The rope is still with me.
Yeah.
All right, we could.
I mean, we can go west here, but I don't think it's going to lead us anywhere good. So, I mean, let's do it. Fuck it. Why not?
Perfect. I'm going to try and sneaky go west.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me your stealth checks.
This one's a nat 20 for Gwen, because I changed my dice.
I did not get a nat. But I still got a 13 plus 11, 24.
Yeah, I got 38.
Cora, why don't you go ahead and give me a roll as well for stealth?
I rolled a 16 plus. That's it. It's a 16.
Plus 10.
Plus
plus
10.
10.
Yeah.
26. Stop it in there, you asshole.
Oh, sorry, gosh. So going west from this room, there is another passageway, and you see a small elevation going upwards. This tunnel is not like the other ones. It has gone from stone to rock. Not rock, but like the dirt and rock. Going up this little incline. You find a bend in the path, and you take this one continuing on until you reach what looks to be a cockeyed panel. A panel that has been kind of at a 45-degree angle in the wall. It definitely looks like though it can be moved. But that is all you see. That is the end of the passageway.
Can I retroactively say that I picked up Bar Augustus's torch? I mean, I put it out, but I brought it with me.
Sure.
Okay.
So, what do you mean a panel? Like...
It's like everything else is made of dirt, and there's like little bits of rock and whatnot, but then it stops, and now you have this stone panel in front of you with some stone bricks built up around it, as if you could actually move this panel either aside or push it out or something. You can move it.
Okay.
So it looks like a door in a way.
I want to push it depending on its angle. Like if it's angled towards us, like pull it back more towards us. If it's a 45-degree away from us, push it away from us.
Yeah, it's definitely going away from you. So you slowly start pushing on the door, and revealed in the other room is a long passageway that goes back to a door with the symbol on it that you guys recognize as this is the trapped door room. And if you look on the other side of this panel, you see a dwarven statue. Like, built into it. And on the opposite side, you see another dwarven statue that you recognize that you guys went down before. This was the place that Jack thought there was a trap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're back at the entrance.
Yeah. It took you a very long walk, I want to note, to get here as well.
About an hour?
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
whenever you feel like my passive alteration ended, that's
Alright, so I'm no longer looking like Grund, I'm assuming.
No, it's still like between, I'm going to say it's probably been like half an hour since he cast Pass Without Trace, maybe 20 minutes since you've casted the disguise self.
okay.
I might as well undisguise myself as Grunt anymore. That's why I stay looking like him. Does anyone want to tell me not to do that?
I mean,
Nope.
Alright.
if we run into those guys, that might give us a second to prepare at least. Because they'll still recognize you. I mean, they didn't seem to care for you very much, but if we run into them, it might give us a second to get ready for battle.
Okay. And I can always act like I took you guys prisoner or some shit. So I'll stay as Grund.
Alrighty, which way are you guys going now?
You know my vote. I said we go back the way that those guys left, but
I say we're closer to the hole, so we should just check and see real quick if we can get out of here.
I'll go with Gwen.
Alright, so you guys head west towards the entrance of this little cave. You open the door, and as you kind of look out, you see that the whatever has been going on, that someone has been slowly trying to cover up the hole. Little beams of light kind of sit through, or not sit through. Little beams of light kind of seep through the hole at the top of this cavern. You kind of hear the hammering upon wood and whatnot. It looks like they've been building something as a barricade or a makeshift floor or ground beneath this hall. However, as you look around, though, you do see a undiscovered, kind of from this angle, you see a cave towards the north that may lead somewhere else.
Let's go.
Oh, what was that?
So let's go for it.
I'm gonna reply, hey, we could get some townsfolk to like tie a rope to a piece of wood and we could climb our way out of here. Just have an escape plan.
I don't really want to call that much attention to us. So far as everyone knows, we're dead down here, and right now I'd like to keep it that way.
So we don't know how many people up in the village are in cahoots with these sacrificial douchebag fuckers in the cave.
Because you know, if we get a villager's attention, they're going to tell an elder, and the elder is going to tell the cultists, and then those cultists will come right back to us, and we'll just be trapped here. So So I either say we go back to that room or we continue exploring.
I'm gonna agree with Sukiya, and let's head into that cave.
I will reluctantly follow.
So,
You can roll it out if you want.
You make a good point, but I'm just thinking that if this is the only way out, they'll have it boarded up fully boarded up by the time we get back out.
It's not like these cultists are just living underground with no way out.
There has to be another way.
They could be.
What are they eating?
Each other.
I mean, Bar Augustus has been living down here. So. I mean, now he's living down here, but.
Well,
not anymore.
not really.
I mean, he might be undead soon. I don't know what these cultists are doing. I was totally expecting zombies in that room with corpses, but it was just rats.
Double tap all of them, so just to make sure.
Yeah,
let's head into this cave.
Alright.
So, as you kind of head into this cave, you realize that this tunnel is extremely muddy. It winds north a long way before rising ever so gradually. After about 200 feet or so, it ends in a wooden door that forms a sloping roof. A small wooden coffer sits on the floor by the door, and beside the coffer is a heap of damp sand, which the ends of torches protrude. Seems like there are about 6 torches kind of smushed into the ground here. You realize that looking at this old kind of door, that this is actually parts of wagons that have been left to rot. And there is a door out towards what seems to be the surface, since there's little holes and light seeping through.
Nicely done, Sukiya.
Yeah, well, there still might be a surprise for us on the other side of the door. So, Koro, I suggest that you go first in case any of our friends are waiting for us at the other end of the door.
All right, Grund goes first and opens up the door.
So, Grund opens up the door, and you see on the other side there is actually a pile of these very similar wagons all around you, blocking kind of your exit. But you do see kind of like a way to sneak around and get out of these little, I don't know, semicircle of wagons. And as you kind of are looking around, you see there is actually a small kid, not Braylon, but a different small child. He sees you, and he waves to you.
Hello there, little boy.
Creepy. He hollers back at you. Hey, Grund, there's a bunch of stuff going on in town. There's a bunch of holes.
Just appearing all over town?
Yeah, there's a bunch of small ones, and there was a big one in the middle of the town. Come on. You see where is it? I have my notes. Oh shit, that's the wrong fucking... I'm going to assume it's a man. You see a rather larger looking man walk up and put a hand on the little boy's shoulders and looks over at you and go and says, what are you doing? Grund, come here. And he waves you over.
Going to signal behind my back to have Sukiya and Jack prepare if this man tries to do anything weird, if he realizes I'm not really Grund. And go, okay, here I come.
You walk over. You realize that this is a very hard drinking, very sullen man, very sullen looking guy. He obviously looks like he's a kind of a blue collar worker, and he's worked on many things. Very kind of strong, but not so much. He still has that kind of belly people get from drinking way too much, a beer gut, whatever, beer belly. And he's like, what? He leans in closer to you and waves away the child. Why are you up here? You should be down protecting the Delvers.
At this point, I've got my bow ready.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check, you two.
Okay. 18 plus 11, 29.
12 plus 18 is 30.
Okay.
This spell is really great. It should be more than a second level spell, I feel like.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Second levels cost a bunch. So he's like, "What? Why are you up here?" And you said you're readying your bow.
Yep.
Okay.
Just if there's any hostile action.
I whisper to Jack, please don't unnecessarily kill anyone that we might need to keep alive this time.
Maybe.
He's going to lean forward and go, Grund, why are you up here? I know there's probably got to be noises and what coming from down there, but come on, man. You're an orc, for God's sake. And he pushes you in the chest.
Ah, what the hell just happened?
I like how well that was timed to, like, him pushing you in the chest. You were like, what the hell just happened? But,
your character actually did that.
I'm just trying to find what the hell just happened up here.
He's waiting for an answer, Grund.
I just wanted to see what was going on up here.
Well, there was a bunch of holes and a bunch of people fell in them. Now I need you back down there just in case one of them falls into the right hole.
I'm an orc and my brain is small and sometimes I forget things. What am I supposed to be protecting again?
So he presses you in the chest again. He goes, I know you're a dumbass. And as he presses his fingers into your chest again, he kind of looks at his fingers oddly. And he looks back at you, and he puts his fingers through your Grund disguise, and he looks up to your face and he goes, what magic is this? Grund, what's the matter? What's going on? And he screams this.
I'm going to grab the man and put my hand over his mouth and throw him to the floor.
Make me a athletics check.
Oh, I've heard of that, so it's gonna go badly for me. Plus 0. So I rolled a.
Oh
15.
no. Oh, okay. So you try to put your hand over his mouth, and as you do this, he reaches up, grabs your hand, puts a hand over your mouth, and slams you to the ground. And as he does, I want you to make a concentration check.
9. And
It's your constitution. It's your constitution saving throw, so it'll be at the top left under one of your stats.
Constitution plus 4, so 9 plus 4 is 13.
Okay. Thankfully, you actually get to hold on to your spell as he thrusts you to the ground. He goes, who are you? You're not Grund.
I am Grund.
He puts a knee into your stomach. He goes, "Don't you lie to me."
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him now.
No!
Okay.
If anything, shoot the kid, because the kid isn't important.
Oh
Is the
shit.
kid still there?
No,
Did he
the
start
kid's
going off?
the kid's gone.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. Was he
like-
gone for this whole conversation, or
Yeah,
did
he was
start throwing off?
He like as soon as the conversation started, the guy waved the kid away.
Okay.
Okay,
Good. I didn't want to have to kill a child, so
I was fine with it.
yeah, I know you'd be fine with it, but okay. I was
All
assuming
right.
Wilbur, so I'm gonna assume that he has a better health than Baragustus. Maybe. He seems
Alright.
healthier.
He's not wearing any armor.
No, he's wearing various amounts of clothing.
Does a 15 plus
Yes.
21 hit?
Yes. It also crits because you are having a surprise attack.
Jack.
Hey, he waved to me to get stuff ready in case
No.
bad shit went
Now
down.
you don't have to throw in your sneak attack if you don't want to.
Yeah, I will not throw in my sneak attack.
Okay, but you
So
still have
that'll
to roll.
just be, yep, that'll be 2 dice. So that's 9 damage.
Oh, okay. So an arrow flies through the air from these decrepit wagons and sticks the person that's now holding Koro / Grund onto the ground into his chest. You see him like grasp his chest like he's having a heart attack. Oh! And he kind of flips over on the ground, and he starts kind of whining. Oh my god! Oh my chest!
1 second. God damn it.
He starts coughing up blood next to you, Koro, in your face.
Fucking healing spell on your stupid horse, Koro, and I can't do shit.
I thought we rested.
No, we did a short rest, but not a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't do the healing spell.
Can I'll do this. Can I use some things from my herbalism kit to try to, like, close up his wound?
What is my mystery potion?
Make me a medicine check. Your mystery potion? Oh shit! I forgot. Did I write that down? I wrote that down.
I have it. I have a potion with a question mark next.
Yep. We didn't. We have to check. We have to do like a check on it before we know what it is, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I got a 15 plus 5 for medicine. Do I add anything because I'm proficient with my herbalism kit?
I would assume your
Hold on,
proficiency
my
bonus.
headset just went out.
Nate said he. Yeah. Oh, you got it. Okay.
So what were you saying?
I rolled a 15 and I have a 5 in medicine, but do I add like my proficiency because I'm proficient with my herbalism kit?
No, you. I don't know. That's one of the tools are really fucking weird. I don't know how to use tools. How do you use tools? No. You rolled a 15 plus your 5 in medicine. That's definitely enough to actually mend him. So he's
Okay.
not hit points up, he's role playing flavor wise up. You've mended, run over and mend it like that. But he's
And
still
will-
kind of on the ground.
While I'm doing that, I yell at Jack, grab your rope, tie him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie him up, and then I'm gonna take a 10 on that, and just hold my dagger to his throat.
Okay. He's like, "Ugh, what do you want, bony man?"
after we time up, Koro, help me bring him back inside the tunnel, so we can question him in there, and we have less chance of being discovered.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll let them do that and kind of keep a dagger out until he's inside, and then my dagger I just throw it again.
So
Okay.
yeah, we bring him inside and then close the door behind us.
So you guys are kind of inside this small, rickety kind of shack, and he looks at all of you. He goes, "What do you want?"
I want to know what's going on. We fell down in this hole. We found this
Cora
dwarven.
pulls out the dagger and shows him.
We found a room full of corpses that had.
So Suki is kind of talking. Koro pulls out this dagger, and he starts like, "Yeah, you stole from the Delvers. We're supposed to
I'm
leave
gonna
that."
say, shut the fuck up.
He growls at you.
Be quiet.
We don't think that you're behind this. There's some weird cult, and I think that. Okay, first, can I confirm that he's Wilbur? Is he Wilbur? What's your name?
He stares at Jack intently.
You can answer, just be fucking quiet. Stop yelling.
He goes, "Yes, I'm Welver."
And Wilbur is one of the elders, right?
I don't know, is he?
He is the owner
Yep.
of Wilbur's Wagon Works.
He's an elder.
Yes,
Okay.
the elders are Avery, Gelsker, Melico, Rathar, and Wilbur.
So yeah, I was like, we don't think the elders are behind all this. We think that the cult, whoever they are coercing you guys into hiding what they're doing. I don't know why. I mean, probably because you guys are just scared of them, but you need to tell us what's going on. We can help you. And I will roll persuade.
Go ahead and roll persuasion, yeah.
I got 11 plus 3, 14.
Welver kind of looks around. He's like, "All right. Beneath the surface, there's a place that we found a while back. We've been keeping it a secret, but we also found a room with these stones. They predict the future." And he looks at you very, very intently. They've been keeping us. They've been keeping all of Red Larch in good standing with the gods and with the Delvers themselves and with our ancestors. And we just need it to keep us alive, afloat.
Okay, that doesn't explain a pit full of dead people. What's going on with that?
There were. He kind of looks around and he goes, "We're not sure what that's about. We found them one day in the caves. We usually don't go searching around like that. We only go mainly to the Chamber of the Moving Stones."
I don't know what to ask next. Someone else can talk because I'm.
Is that the one with that big floating stone in it?
No, there are many of them.
What happens if we push a stone out of the floating?
You can't. The stones float by themselves.
I threw something at it and pushed it, and it moved. And it was about to crash down.
You move the stones?
I moved
Why is that
one in a chamber. I just threw a ball bearing at it.
We don't know what the floating sign designates. That's a different room. There's another room in which the stones themselves move. They're not floating.
Can you show us to this room?
He looks around very nervously. No, I'm not right now. I mean, at least there's too much going on in town. I'd have to ask the others, and they wouldn't have any of it.
Listen, you need to help us out, or you're gonna join Bar Augustus, who is lying in the pit with all the other dead people. You want that to happen?
I'm gonna like elbow you and go show him the ring.
Yeah, and then I pull out Vargas's wedding ring, and then I roll intimidation.
Yeah, what that sounds like is an intimidation with an aid from Mr. Jack there. So go ahead and roll me at advantage.
Guess what I got?
You got a nat 20? Okay.
+1.
Alrighty. So, he kind of... Oh, I got my book wet. Damn it. So he kind of shakes a little bit. He goes, fine, fine. And he looks at you and he's like, you killed Bar Augustus. You killed the old man, really.
Yeah, it was fucking easy as shit.
Jack, shut up. We didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. We were just trying to find out information. He was with these people dressed in leather that had this symbol that we've been seeing all over town. We got scared. It happened. He died. Sorry.
He had on him this piece of paper with this symbol on it.
He
and this wooden raven.
He looks at this, all of this information. He's like, this doesn't sound right. This isn't something. Can we at least get Hallbark?
Who's Hallbark?
You guys know Hallbark as the Harburk. Harburk as the constable of Red Larch and the local butcher. He is like the only type of police in the town. He looks at all of you. Let's just go get Hallbark. He's not one of the members, but we were talking about bringing him in. If I'm not sure who these people in leather are.
All right, if we untie you and go with you back into town, they're not going to try anything, right? Not after my 20 intimidation.
He looks at you pleading, No. I want to get to the bottom of this as much as you do.
I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna have my bow trained on you. I could have killed you easily.
He kind of itches
Don't try
his
anything funny.
he itches his bandages. He goes, all right.
All right. So let's head back into town then. Koro, I suggest you drop your disguise because you just came into town. No one knows you. People have seen Jack and I around, but we are wearing those cloaks. Out of character, we're wearing those cloaks that we picked up. So I suggest that we try to use those to disguise ourselves, like hide our faces. And Koro will just be someone that no one has ever seen before, because I still don't want people to recognize us.
You know what they do to travelers that they haven't seen before? We end up in a pit.
Yeah, but you're with one of the elders, you'll be fine.
Okay, I take off my disguise.
So is Jack literally having a short bow kind of like to his back, to Wilver's back?
He's not actually going to be like right at his back. He's kind of going to stay on the outskirts of town. If there's a hill that he can just be trained onto Wilver.
Not really. It's kind of a flat area. Unless you wanted to sneak from house to house, training it on him every step of the way.
Do you want to take this crossbow that I have from Grund's dead body? I'm gonna leave the mace behind. But the crossbow seems like something easier to hold someone at stick up with.
Well, the thing is, I don't want everyone in town knowing that I'm holding him up.
You could
And-
try to hide up for your cloak, maybe.
I was just going to, if I'm going to be right near him, like be on one side of him with a dagger instead of my bow. I know I said my bow, but
That works too. Yeah, that works too.
not like super suspicious right behind him, but kind of beside him or something.
All right, then I'll just drop the mace and the crossbow because I don't need them.
So you drop the mace and the crossbow. You also drop your disguise. You guys start walking through town to find Harbark. You still have your knife to kind of near him, near enough to give him a threatened, don't move or else we'll cut you.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand for that. And as you walk into town, why doesn't someone give me... Actually, it has to be Sukiya. Sukiya, give me a perception to see if you can find Harbark.
Okay.
That is a 17 for sleight of hand.
Okay.
I got 8, 5, 13.
So it's fairly easy to find Harbark. With all the stuff kind of going on, you find him at one of the holes. He's kind of like directing people to see if they can make a place around it so that way people don't fall into the hole. He sees you walking up to him in those cloaks, and he's like, at first he's confused, and then he's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yeah, is there somewhere that we can go to talk? Is there other people around, or are we alone?
There are other people around, but they're all kind of like working. If you want to go somewhere, you can. He kind of motions over to the side in like a small little alleyway between two buildings.
Okay. So we go over there. We start explaining to him everything that's happened today, and yeah.
He kind of strokes his chin. He's like, "This is upsetting. I've heard rumors, and now you guys are apparently wearing the rumors." He points at the cloaks. He's like, I've never heard of this Delver. I've heard of the places near the quarry, but that's about it. Welver, you can obviously attest to this, correct? And he kind of shakes his head. Yeah. Oh, yes. There's some people apparently killing people down in there. Look. We have this place. This is part of... Shit. What is it called? There's a name for it. He's just like, yeah, we do the thing down in the basement. It's really cool. We're all... He's like, yes, we're the believers. We meet down in the ancient ruins. It's mostly just the elders and a few people else. And as he's revealing this, a bolt comes out from the street and hits him in the back of the head, and he falls face forward into the ground. And you turn around and you see Maleko, the big pot-bellied jovial woman, standing with 6 other people and pointing, saying, "They're the ones that did this. They're the ones that brought this ruin upon our beloved Red Larch. They brought the earthquakes. They brought these dangers to our children. Get them!" And that's where we'll end it today.
No. Will Jack survive? Probably not.
Will Jack survive? Will they ever figure out what's actually going down in the tunnels below. What's up with Bar Augustus? He's totally dead, right?
Just so I know, where is my horse at this time?
Your horse is in a stable. You saw your horse on the way over here in a stable next to a very large building. Will they ever figure out who the believers actually are? Will they actually know what this symbol truly means? Find out next time on the next episode of Sunday Princes. But anyway.
I bet the believers are those 6 people.
I mean,
or
like,
the elders.
yeah, I think a majority of... I might have fucked up a few things, but yeah, you guys... There was only 3 of those people. A lot of those are first names and last names. So it's Marlandro Gelker, Alberi Maleko, and Ilmeth Welver.
Okay.
Well, Welver's dead. So.
Yep.
Tonight was really fun. I enjoyed tonight a lot.
Yay.
Good session.
I
enjoy killing people.
There was a lot more fighting than I planned than we actually got to, but I feel like that was pretty decent.
I wish I rolled that well all the time. That was fucking amazing. I rolled like 6 or 7 20s, at least.
Oh.
That was lame.
It was awesome.
That was great.
Which dice are you rolling?
I'm using an app, the Feuds dice.
Oh, you're using the app? You're not actually rolling one of my dice?
Oh.
Lame.
It was awesome.
Lame. It's not a true roller. Whatever. Alright, but,
Because
yeah.
I roll your plan.
That should be the end of tonight's little thingamajiggin. Are there any questions, whatnot?
Experience for last week and this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's important. Where are we at?
Yeah, where are you guys at right now?
1200.
Yep.
I want to make sure I don't overlevel you guys too much.
I mean, you can if you want.
No.
Super overlevel us. And then I'll join in with the previous group for one night and just kill everything.
Alright. So there was at least one of those. There was one of those. So 10, 35. There was one of... Oh, was it in the other book? Oh, there it is. 10, 35, 135. Then where are the GGs? GRs. 35. There are 4 of those. 235. I'm gonna say a statue's 50. Statue's 50, that's 25, 75, 210. Discovering that. I'm going to say you have a total of 500 between, I'll make it even, so 600 between the 3 of you, so about 200 for each of you.
That'll put us at 1400.
Yeah.
Question. When we reach level 4, are we doing feats as optional or no?
You can have feeds.
Okay.
Yes.
Because there are some that I want.
There's some that I want.
Yeah.
Have you guys read up on Skulker?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
look at it. Really.
Maybe a sneaky bastard.
I'm doing I don't know, but it adds to my wisdom and my perception and all that shit.
Is it alert? No, it's not alert. Something
Where
else.
are these?
What's that?
Where are they at?
What?
Where are they at? I'm trying to.
Page 168. Around there. We'll look at Skulker.
Observant.
Oh, I've never actually looked at Skulker before. That is an interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. What is that? Pass without trace? I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Yeah, and then I'm taking observant, which increases my intelligence by 1, and I can read lips.
Ooh, nice.
And I get a +5 bonus to my passive perception and passive investigation.
I'm gonna have to start using those how I put them in my head. I also have to write whatever you guys actually have down for that, because that can be really tough. Can't be tracked with magical means. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, because without that, we would have been...
There was a few times that, yeah, but... I don't know. I was rolling pretty badly, especially on the perception checks of a lot of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and look at that next time, and I will make sure I get the passive stuff for you guys next time. But in the meantime, I think we're going to stop the stream. I have to do some business, but we could stay on the call for a little bit more. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Give me 1 second.
Okay.